Dance Core Composition, Major Composition, Major Film and Technology, and Major Virtual Dancing Body is to submit a rationale at the beginning of the HSC Dance Practical Examination. The purpose of a rationale is to give the markers an insight into your composition work, as well as provide information on the process you underwent to complete the work. There are a few guidelines provided by NESA to remember when writing your rationale. The rationale has a 300-word limit, which is approximately one typed A4 page. Students must remain within the word limit. The rationale should not contain illustrations. Students should not include personal details such as the name of the school, your teacher's name, name of students, locations, or anything that will identify them or the school. Students are required to provide 3 copies of the rationale for the markers. While the rationale is not marked as a separate examination item, the rationale assists markers to understand the intent and process of the composition that will then inform the marking of the composition examination. Markers use the rationale as a basis for discussion in the interview with the HSC candidate. So make sure you only include the most important details and choices you've made when creating your movement for your composition. So let's have a look in more detail of what to include in your rationale. A well-written rationale should provide succinct detail or summary of your choices you've made in regards to the concept intent, which should be derived from a stimulus, an overall form with different sections, motif and motif development, phrases developed from your motif, use of the elements of dance, and structure of the work such as transitions, repetition, variation and contrast. Major study films should also discuss location choices and film and editing techniques. And major study composition and film and technology and virtual body candidates need to refer to choices made in relation to 2 to 3 dances. Always make sure you're linking how your composition choices communicate your concept intent. You might find the following information helpful in structuring your rationale. Use an introductory paragraph to identify your concept intent, outlining your choice of form and number of sections. Then include 1 to 3 paragraphs discussing your use of motif development, phrases, and the use of the elements of dance within each section. Finally, include information on the structure of your dance work, referring to transitions, repetition and contrast, and variation. Major study film candidates should also include an additional paragraph on your choice of location, filming techniques, and editing techniques. Remember, only include the most important details and choices that best communicate your concept intent, as the HSC markers will use the information in your rationale to guide the discussion in your interview. You want them to have a clear understanding of what your composition is about, and for them to see the choices you've made to communicate your concept intent before they watch your composition or dance film in your HSC practical examination. Happy rationale writing!